Here we are on our second day of clinics in a local church, and this is actually a full-blown view of the entire clinic. I am standing basically at the door where registration is being done, and it's working out extremely well. The light is great, the air's coming in is great, and the crowd control is working out great, and everybody's doing a genuinely great job. Here we are, have patients lined up to register and come in and allow us to try to help them in some way. And here is our dental area, and that's Dr. Rena. And we have Kelly. And here we have Brittany on the left and Kendra behind the patient, and they are doing two things. They're dispensing vitamins, and they're dispensing deworming medicine. Here we have Ryan, Quinnipiac PA student, working with a patient on the right and her translator on the left. And Ryan, like the other three students, is doing a very impressive job. And here we have Nate, PA student directly across from me, and that's translator Santos on the right, and the patient on the left. And here we have Jen on the right, Quinnipiac PA student. That's Ariane, our translator directly across, and that's the patient that Jen is working with on the left. And this is Linda, and Linda is critical to our operation. She is responsible for patient flow, which means keeping us from going into either totally disorganized or a riot. And she does that job exceptionally well. And this on the right is Patty. Patty is a PA. She's been with us for many, many years on this trip. Always look forward to working with her. That's our translator directly across from me, and working with a mom and her little daughter on the left. And this is Adam on the right. Adam is a Quinnipiac PA student, and across from him, and across from me as well, that is Angel. Angel is the translator, and moving a little bit left, that's a mom and daughter patients that Adam and Angel are working with. This is my good friend on the left, Dr. Jerry Lang, an MD from New Hampshire. That's Willie in the yellow shirt, his translator, and that's on the right, that's the patient that they're working with. And here's a good shot of just a partial line of the people waiting to see us, and they stand on this line for several hours in order to get some medical care. Here we are, a clinic. This is our third day of clinic, and we are in a church, and you can see the church here is pretty basic. Boards for walls and dirt on the floor, and you can see to my left here, the Quinnipiac students working. You can see pharmacy in the background, and in the left background you can see Kendra and Brittany doing vitamins and deworming. And this is what the clinic looks like once we take all of the chairs out. Wood walls, dirt floor, and empty. And here's pharmacy. That's Dennis on the left, that's Fred in the middle, and that's Heather on the right. And that was just Julio who ran in front of my picture, my good friend Julio Jr. And here we have patient registration, and this is a very, very long line, as you'll see, working its way up here and eventually getting to the registration desk right there. And this is the station where Mary and Glinda are running our eyeglasses, which are always an important service we can provide here, because eyeglasses are so difficult for people so remotely located to find. And here's one of our patients. And here is the main street in Ladalia, which is the town that is our base of operations for all our trips, and each day we travel out anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to get to these remote villages to do our work. And how does one get around in developing countries? How does one get up here into the very distant mountains in Nicaragua? And the answer is right there. And after you leave the paved roads in Nicaragua, this is the type of road we ride out on. And we're usually maybe a half hour on paved roads and then maybe an hour on this type of road. And because we're in the mountains, it's very hilly, but the scenery is extremely pretty. This must be Area 51. The bouncing is exactly what's happening in the bus. Yeah. And here we are with patient parking. This is actually the last patient horse here. This was actually full of horses up till about 5 minutes ago. Here is some very, very typical housing out here in the mountains of Nicaragua. And here we have some young men coming in from the field and picking what looks like cabbages.